Hey guys, Crysta from Litter to Glitter here. Thank you for joining us on the Miss Lillian's page. Oh, see that? That thing out there? That's Sue from Milo and Picasso. You guys may remember this piece from last week. We have finished the top, and if you watch Whiskey Women Thursday night, we did the acrylic pour over the top. At the end of the video, I'll show you guys that. I wanted to show you it all right now. And I wanted to just show you guys some things. See how this one looks very kind of muddled or kind of cloudy. And that one looks a lot more distinct. Okay, this is an operator error. I made a mistake. And I'm going to tell you about it so you don't make the same mistake that I made. Because if I made the mistake, you're going to make the mistake. And I'll probably make the mistake 5 more times just to make sure that I made the mistake correctly the first time. Because that's me. Okay. Why are you laughing? She's like, I got my own peanut gallery.
All righty.
Well, you know, if I'm going to mess up, I'm going to make sure I messed up. What I did was I used 5 colors from the new Hues. I used Oz. I used Dark as Night. I used Shut the Front Door, which I love this color. It matches my lipstick and my glasses. I used a little bit of Twilight. Now, this is where I messed up on this side.
It's always the BS, isn't it?
It's always the BS. It's always the BS. So I did this side first. And as I was blending, I used a lot of BS in it. There was a lot of BS. All right. Well, on that side, I was like, you know what? This kind of looks a little muddled, a little Well, so what I did, if you can see on that side, just where my lovely Vanna White Sue is just kind of in the corners, opposite corners, and just kind of blended them out.
I would like to buy a bee and an S.
And so on this side, I blended the BS all the way through, which kind of gave it a very muddled, because of the color, it kind of muted it and muddled it down. So I'm going to reblend this side and this, and well, on camera today, I'm going to do this side. And then we've got these seahorses, and that I'm going to be turning into, and they've got texture, magic, and what did you, French roast?
Yes, ma'am.
French roast and texture magic on these babies. See, you can kind of see we got these at the $1.25 tree, and they had a hole in them, you know, for where you can hang it up. I don't know if you can see that on camera because Sue filled the back. Sue filled it. And so what we're going to do with these is we filled it, and then we're going to Southern Rusket them. And those are going to go on the sides of the pieces over top of the blends. So I'm going to move the tripod, please. About 30 seconds before we went live, my ring light decided it was going to die, so I had to change ring lights, and yeah, it wasn't fun. So I'm going to try to get you over to this because I don't know if I've got my ring light secured properly yet. And I'm going to move you guys over here. We're going to be doing some blending. Look at that. I mean, even with it being more muddled than I'd like for it to be, it is still gorgeous. It's still gorgeous, but it is, you can see right in through here especially, it is more muddled than I would like for it to be. What is that? Is that? Dang it. All right, this is real life, guys. I got a brush here that dried, but it's okay. I'm going over it. So let me get to your comments real quick. Renee from Two Chatty Chicks is here. Hello. Delana is here. Hey, Delana. Stacy, she's watching it, learning. Desiree is on with us. Renee said, you go, Sue. Laugh out loud. Stacy said, ooh la la, love me some Southern Rust. And Desiree said, hello, Renee and Delana. Okay, so what I like to do, and I don't know if you guys can see way down, and I don't know how this ring light see all of my little things down here. What I do is I like to get a brush like this, Miss Lillian's, and I like to get a brush for every color because I don't want to keep dipping back into my pots. What happens at that point is that you can muddle your colors and get them. So I get those laid out. I make sure that I've got my handy dandy mister because these paints do absolutely just come together beautifully with just a little spritz of water when you are blending. And where we have hit the sides around, I'm not worried because I'm going to be going back over the outer casing with my Enchanted Night No Wax Chock Paint around my outside perimeter and get all the little stuff where I've dripped. But I wanted to, as I'm laying down my blend, I wanted to make sure that it was going to match and that it was going to look decent. So let me get you guys. And if you could hear anything in the background, just know that Sue is behind me. She's working on an absolutely gorgeous piece that y'all haven't even seen yet. And she's getting ready to finish it up. And she's back there huffing and a puffing and she's buffing and yeah. So if Sue gives me permission, I'll turn around and give you all a sneak peek of that. But I'll ask her later because right now she's deep in artistic creativity. Moving on. All right. So on this, I really, really loved the Dark as Night. And so Dark as Night. And I am just going to kind of smush it in there. And then I'm going to slowly add the colors that I want. And I'm going to keep this whole area wet. And then at the end, I will come back with the little BS. I'll come back with some BS at the end. All right. Always come back with your BS at the end. And so we're just going to add a little bit of the shut the front door and get those in a couple of little areas. All righty. And we're also going to go with some Twilight and get that to where it's absolutely runny. Now watch this, guys. The magic's about ready to happen. I am using Miss Lillian's natural tipped flat brush. We're just gonna leave, and I'm gonna actually kind of mist the whole door because I want it wet. And then I am just going to move these colors into each other and kind of make it a little messy, and then I will come back and clean it up here in just a minute because you'll see what I'm talking about. It's all going to come together. Everything's going to be all right.
It's amazing how those colors complement the colors here.
Oh, yeah. Colors in this just absolutely flow together. So now I'm going to add a little bit of Oz right in there. Now that I've got some basic colors in there, now I'm not going to add any more water right now because I got a pretty good amount of water. And so I'm just going to kind of, until I feel it drying out, I am not going to add more water. Get down in that corner. And we're just going to, well, I need a little bit more Oz in here. And so this is what Crysta likes to call controlled chaos. All right, we're going to add, and I'm just kind of building and thickening it up as I go and just slowly moving one color into the other. Make sure I'm getting to the edge of the door. Hey, can you grab me a synthetic brush? One of the rounds. One of the small rounds. I need to do some work on that brush. Perfect. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I had a whole bunch of bristles coming out of that. And I didn't want it. So I'm going to switch over. And then as I'm almost done, I'm just wiping back. And I've got those layers underneath as well. And so what is happening is those layers are showing up underneath. And so there we go. That's what I was looking for to start off with. And then let's add a little shut the front door right in there. And then I'm going to go in and it just blends absolutely beautifully. And I'm just going to make sure that I just keep working it in together, moving from one color to the next. Let me add a little bit more of, in just small areas until I get my blend the way I want it. Just a little bit, just little goes, takes you a long way. Just a little. And this paint does dry very, very quickly. Okay, and see now I'm going into the twilight up here, which has already started to dry. I don't need to soak it. I just need to mist it just a little. Okay, now I'm going to go back in. Let's see here. Down here, I've got a lot. I'm going to add some more Oz. Like I said, I'm just putting a little dab of paint down and working it in to the blend from the middle, working out almost like making yourself a cloud of that color mixed in. It's the best way I can describe it. Make yourself a cloud, blend it into the next one. There we go. Now these will kind of mute out as they dry, but don't worry. When you put your top coat, you can either use Miss Lillian's the satin luster, the high gloss, whichever one you want to use. You can put that over top, or the Wicked Wax that's also out. And then when you do that, these colors will brighten right back up. So don't feel like you're like, oh no, Mr. Bill. Oh, you know, my colors are dull. Wait until you put your top coat on and watch how they brighten right back up. So then, all right, let me move up here to the top. I think I want some more green. I think I want more green up in this area. And I want, because I am looking for using a lot of the, sorry guys, you know when your brain engages and then your hand engages and your brain shuts off? Dark as night on this one, because I am looking for, to make it look like water. So, and we're just going to go in with that Oz. And then you'll see what I mean by, at the end, I'm going to add the BS into, now that dark as night is going into all of these other colors. And I'm going to go from this corner and just squiggle and blend all the way out in. And then I will come back once I get that and add just a little bit of BS in the corners. A lot of BS happens in corners. What's up with that? So now I'm going to go back in with my BS, and I'm not going to do a lot of it. Okay. It only takes a little. Why do I keep saying a little? Just a little. And I did it again. Okay, see just a couple of spots on there, couple of spots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and just kind of tap it in to get it kind of muted in that area. And then I am going to go back of course, I switched brushes. I made sure I didn't wash this one before I went live, and I got me a brush here in it. And then I'm just taking it, and I'm taking all of this now. Go from the bottom, same thing. Just going and pulling out from the sides. It's almost going to make it, give it that effect of like light discoloration coming in. And now I'm going to tapping my brush out, kind of offload, because now I'm going to very quickly, whoops, come on, don't dry up on me. There you go. I'm just going to very quickly go and blend everything, one brush, just back and forth strokes, very, very quickly, and it's going to take it all in together, and it's going to give me that look we were looking for. So there you go. That is, and you can go up and down if you like. I think, yeah, on the finishing on that door, I went up and down. So I'm going to make sure that my finishing is up and down. So the doors, come on, match. And I'm pulling those colors through. And I'm also, with this paint, what happens is, since it reactivates with water, I'm also, by doing this, you will be able to see the other colors underneath of it. So we're going to leave that there and let that dry. And then now, let's see here. Kathy says, pretty. Renee says, I stay in the clouds. Kathy says, it makes me want to go snorkeling. So, yes, it does look muted right now, but as it dries, those colors will deepen and they'll separate more, and you'll be able to see them. Once you use this paint once, you'll be able to, it's so easy to blend with this. So you'll understand that when you lay down a color and how it darkens, and how it kind of makes a very distinct pattern, it'll be so easy for you guys after that. This is so simple to use.
All I can say is addicting. It's very addicting. Those vibrant colors.
Yeah, Sue is addicted. My Sue Owens, she's addicted to this stuff. So Renee says yes to the beach with a margarita. All right, so now we're gonna switch over and we are gonna start working on, I hope my camera plays nice. That's why I'm on the floor, guys, so I didn't have to keep moving you guys around. I just, Pooh Bear. Like I said, it was the first time I've used this tripod in I don't know how long, and it's not playing well. All right, let me see. You guys, okay, there we go. Let me move my computer around so I can see comments. And I don't know if y'all can tell or not. Y'all might be able to see it on camera, but I am wearing my party pants. Look, did those over a year ago with Miss Lillian's. They get washed and dried in the washer, just thrown in. And so there you go. So Southern Rust Kit comes with 3 colors, your yellow, your orange, and your brown. And so you want to apply these yellow, orange, and brown. So when I get my kit out, I make sure that I have them in order. And you want to make sure that, let's see here. I don't know if y'all can see it on the camera, but it does get a very gritty And you want to make sure that that grit is stirred up from the bottom. Alrighty, so that is that one. Do the same thing to my orange. Get that grit up from the bottom, because it will settle to the bottom. It doesn't mean that it's bad or worse or anything else. It just needs to be stirred like every other product. It settles. You need to get it back up to the top where it belongs. I had a lady that bought the Southern Rust Kit from me, and she called. She goes, I'm not getting any rust. And I said, did you stir it? Well, I just shook it for a minute. No, this is a product. You see how at the bottom, how I'm getting that chunk of stuff? See the chunka? Okay, that's living at the bottom. You need to stir all that in. Get it up from the bottom.
All the goodness.
All the ooey gooey goodness. You got to get all that. Ooh, see how you can really see it now with how it's got that, the hunka chunkas. All right. I'm doing this. There's two ways that you can do this. There is the wet method and the dry method. What I mean by wet and dry, this was done using the wet method. And what this is that I did not let the individual layers dry. And then when I was done, I just took a brush and just kind of went over and blended them out. If you wanted a more distinct pattern between the colors, then you can let them dry in between each application. So your yellow will be more prominent, and you just add the layers where you want them. So, and she says, hey ladies, I'm late, stupid phone. It happens. So what we're doing here is oh, there we go. My camera just decided to, all right, well, I guess this is what we're doing now. My tripod decided it was going to fall. Sue, it's not going to happen. Just let it go. Yeah, we're just going to deal with it. You know, if insanity didn't happen on my live, no one would think it was actually me. So even though we've got texture magic on this, oh, where's there? There it is. Then it's going to be extra textury with the grit that's inside of this. And so making sure to hit the sides. And Crysta, what are you doing with these things, might you ask? These are going to be, after they get extra crusty, they are going to be on the sides. And since my tripod, I told myself I was going to stop moving my tripod a lot during lives. And again, I lied. And so since this tripod has decided that it's just going to be, you know, I can't say that word. I'd like to have a job in the morning. Like to continue what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm going to take you guys out of the tripod in the end. The other one that I showed you at the beginning is dry. And I will take you guys over and show you what it's going to look like. We have not top coated anything yet. So once we top coat, it will be brighter. And so you can tap this on. Well, it'd be better if I had some on my brush. You can tap this on. Hush, Sue. For this layer, I'm doing more just getting the color on there. So if you've got a live coming up, and I think we've got 5 of them this week.
We do.
Yeah. Go ahead and let people know when they can find you on the Miss Lillian's page. If you're a retailer or a home studio partner, put in your Facebook link so people can find you on Facebook. Miss Lillian's did start a TikTok page. So if you have a TikTok, if you would please go over and just type in Miss Lillian's Paint. And that is the Miss Lillian's TikTok. Now, once we get to 1,000 followers, we can start doing lives and some other cool stuff over there. But we do have a giveaway for 100 or for 1,000 people. We're up to 207 now. Kathy said mine is tomorrow. So Kathy will be on Wednesday at 7. Okay. So this, I wanted that orange or that yellow down. The orange, I'm just going to kind of put in different areas, kind of willy-nilly. Throw caution to the wind.
I think Renee is Sunday, and Debbie Frimmer is supposed to be coming up too this week.
I think she's Thursday.
And on Friday at 7.
Yeah, you're Friday at 7. Well, would you mind going online and putting that in the comments?
Oh, sure. As soon as I eat this banana.
What?
It's an old saying.
Yeah, she's over there.
Clearly, I'm not eating a banana, but clearly I'm busy.
Wow. We're definitely out of the honeymoon period. Sue, I think Sue's going to pee herself. I really do. She's just... I'm so glad she's not on camera right now.
Hetero life mate. Oh, my God.
Yeah, my hetero life mate. Yeah, the honeymoon's over. All right. So doing this the wet method. And so then, woman, are you done crying?
I literally have tears. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I am just going to go back and see how, well, it would be nice if I got that better on camera for you guys. Sorry. And it is just kind of muddling in together. And if I want to, while it's wet, I can always go back and add more of one color in an area if I wanted more yellow to come through, or more orange if I wanted it to be more brown in an area. And I'm just using a inexpensive stencil brush on this, stiff bristled stencil brush. Actually, I do want a little bit more orange right in there. And so I just add a couple of drops to it. Guys, don't let anyone pick on you because you've got some art supplies from the Dollar Tree, or, you know, whatever. They came in a kit, or, you know, we've all got them. It's just some people are, my cheapest brush is $150. I don't care. My cheap brush works the same way yours does. So, and I am not ashamed that I have a lot of inexpensive crap, because I'm a baller on a budget. So, and so when that dries, so that is wet, when that dries, it will look more like, there we go, that. So this one is the wet one, and that is the dry one that is already dried. And so now that I've got my hands all a oopy goopy mess, let me show you guys. Let me put, because my luck is I will stand up and I will kick these babies, and the next thing you know, I will have Southern Rust Kit all over the studio. So Kathy says that she thinks Linda is on tomorrow at noon. Renee says Sunday night at 6:30 is Renee of Two Chatty Chicks.
And Kathy's going to be with her, I think.
Doing a live together Sunday night. Yep. So Kathy and Renee are going to be together.
That'll be fun.
I know. All right. Let me get you guys out of this tripod. Hi. That's what Sue's working on. Say hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Smart.
Up here's where they got to see. That's buff.
Oh yeah. So this, I mean, Sue's just cranking out pieces left and right. Oh, Renee said, oh, come on, wipe those hands on your jeans. That's what I do. Yeah, well, me too. See how that is already starting to dry, and you can see the colors are just banging on that. I mean, just banging. So she wants me to show you. Sue is in here. That was completely browned like 3 days ago. And she has been doing all this stuff to it. But look, with the gilding jewels. And what are you using, white gold?
Yeah, the white gold, and the main color on here is graphite with some of the black glaze
And
onyx in here.
And you use black pearl glaze on that, right?
Or did you only on these spots.
Right. And then that is white
onyx
gold.
In here, white gold and graphite, and then drips of, actually that's black glaze that I streaked on top and bottom.
All right, so my husband just walked in, so the dog should be barking, but I'm almost done. So give me just a second. What we're going to do is, you see how nice that side is? And then this rusty crusty is going to be on the side, on each side. It's not going to be on the front, just on each side. So that's what's going on, guys. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. I'll probably be on with Sue on Friday for her
Emotional support.
I'll be her emotional support artist on Friday for her video. Guys, much love. We will see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.